Hi friends, today I'm in the booth to talk to you about these boots, the Lowa Zephyr MKII GTX, high model and mid model. I'm using them since several months and I'm not able to find any cons about them, any cons. The sole has been changed. This is designed by Lowa and has not the slippery issues but the first model had. Above the sole there is a midsole realized with two kind of polyurethane, but give them a good rigidity to the torsion, but also a great shock absorb capability. This design is not for beauty. It is called monowrap and is part of the midsole. The task of the purpose of this structure, of the monowrap structure, is to embrace our feet, giving them a great stability during the movements. Obviously there is a toe and heel protection to avoid any damage to our feet, but also the tongue is very well padded to give protection to the upper part of our feet, also when an operator is doing a fast rope down. The upper part is realized with rough leather with a water repellent treatment and cordura. Inside there is a Gore-Tex lining, but give a good waterproof capability. I walked with this with the water of my ankle level and my feet were dry, but the Gore-Tex has also a great breathability. In hot and dry days, whilst you are walking, you can see the moisture but come out and wet the cordura insert. So to show a great breathability of these boots. In fact, as I mentioned before, I used them until the mid of last June. In the high model, the collar come up to the ankle, giving a great stability. I prefer using them to have a good ankle protection whilst I'm walking with heavy pack, 20-25 kilograms. In the upper part, close the toes, we have some fabric eyelets, whilst in the upper part the eyelets are realized in a plastic material. The eyelet at the ankle level has a movable parts, but allows to lock the lace, allowing us to have two different zones with two different tension, but make more comfortable wearing these boots, because for example we can keep the lower part loose, so our feet can have more space in hot environment, closing, tying more the upper part, or the reverse whilst we are walking along a slope, needing more stability, so we can tie more the lower part than the upper part. In the upper part of the tongue there is a small pocket where we can gather the excess of the laces, avoiding a dangerous situation. The collar is very comfortable with mesh fabric as the inner part of the tongue. Inside we can see the Gore-Tex lining and the insole, removable insole. The first day that I have used them, I walked for 10 kilometers without any issues. No blister, no hot point, no pain in any place. For me, they are very comfortable. I prefer the high model, but give me great stability, because I like walk with no lightweight backpack, but also they give me a protection against insects and animals. Here in Tuscany, since the spring, there are some vipers, so the eye collar make me feel more safe walking in wild environments. The sole that is heat and oil and full resistant works very well. Last winter this area was very wet with a lot of mud, but the sole worked well. When I went out from the mud, it detached from the sole, and the sole returned clean, giving me a great stability on any kind of rocks and path. In my opinion, they are very good boots. I like wear them in this environment, in the Tuscany Hill, in the Tuscany woods, where the dry leaves cover stones or broken branches on which I can fall. I feel me safe and secure wearing them. I think they are not my preferred boots to walk on the Alps, on a technical and hard path, but in this kind of environments they are good boots. Usually I flex the top of my foot to create more space once I relaxed it. I adjust the tension of the lace in the lower part. Then, when I tie the lace on the upper part, these movable parts of the eyelets lock in place the lace, but can't escape, and they release the tension. Then I can adjust the tension on the upper part usually I realize and not on my laces. So when I release them, I can pull them and they don't escape from the first eyelet. Then is not useful if I pull the lace in the lower part, because the lace is locked here, and this locking can damage it. So I open the mobile part of the eyelets in this way, and the tension has been released, and I can loose them to pull out my feet from the boots. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please write a comment. It's the only way to understand if my video generates some interest in you and worth my effort to realize them. Cheers!